All right, so today is the evening of day 49. We've been watching these catfish grow up every single day for 49 days. If you look back at my video, yes, I have 49 videos. Actually, I have 50 because day 0 was my first video. And I bought them at about 2 weeks old. And now they are 49 days plus 2 weeks. All right, I got 2 of them in here. I started with 1. I thought 1 died, so I bought another one. And we ended up with 2 red-tailed catfish. Growing up super fast. I can't believe how fast they're growing. They're starting to eat a lot more. Noticeably a lot more. I know once they get really big, I might have to do some fishing and go out and catch some fish to feed these guys, because I know fish could be really expensive if you're buying a whole bunch. I was actually thinking about doing a minnow trap. I have a minnow trap. There's actually a little stream right behind my house. Maybe if it gets too expensive to feed these guys, maybe you go down and catch some minnows or whatever I can catch down there. It should be kind of interesting. I'd probably have to freeze it before I threw them in here just to kind of kill any parasites on the minnows. All right, so I'm going to do a little cleanup. Looks like we have a little bit of uneaten food in here. So on my very last video, I tried to measure these guys. Essentially what I do is I take I have a little square that has 1-inch grids on it. And I put it on the shelf over here, this little bench. And just kind of hope that they swim up to the bench. And yesterday I was waiting for those guys for like an hour to swim up to that little grid. I'll actually show you what it looks like here. I can't promise that they'll actually swim up to this. Essentially what it is, it's actually a quilting grid. I don't do quilting, so I don't really understand the concept of it. But I know these little squares are 1-inch squares. So if we get a catfish that swims up here, the one catfish used to always swim up every single time. So we're getting a measurement every day. And lately he hasn't actually swam up here. I wonder if he'd swim up before I fed him. Kind of looking for food, maybe. All right, so today we're going to start out with their favorite. Hands down their favorite. This is beef liver that I keep in the freezer. Chopped it up with my boot knife. They are gorging themselves on this beef liver. I feed beef liver, cod, tilapia, and shrimp is the foods I've been feeding them. All right, so I'm gonna take this camera, put it in an underwater housing, and give you some underwater video. Alright, so today is the morning of day 50. 50 days since I bought these two little red-tailed catfish. And I noticed this morning, it looks like I left a lot of food in there. I don't know what I was thinking. If I just missed it with a net, you can definitely see that I have some foam on top of the water. And look at how big that guy's. Finally got a measurement over 5 inches on these red-tailed catfish, which is pretty crazy. I can't believe how fast they're growing. I bought them at like 2 inches when I bought them way back when. Look at this guy kind of hanging on here. Look at how big he is. It's absolutely amazing. Alright, so today we're going to kind of mix up the food. So I actually have 4 different foods for these guys. I have the beef liver, cod, I have tilapia, and shrimp. And I've been feeding them twice a day. And one of the feedings is always the beef liver. It seems like they like the beef liver the best. So I've been feeding beef liver once a day. If you're just joining us, you're wondering how often I'm feeding and what I'm feeding. And then the second feeding, which is in the mornings, I'm actually feeding one of the other random foods. So today I am feeding tilapia. They like tilapia pretty good. They like beef liver the best. I think maybe tilapia is their second favorite, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to take this camera, put it in an underwater housing, and give you some underwater video.